Political updates. My name is Elegant, and today on political updates, we will be taking some very serious topics, talking about the people's opinion as regards the just concluded general elections, and of course the global elections. Directly in speaking, we will be deliberating on the people's opinion concerning the governorship elects, and of course the president's elects, and of course whether the swearing in will actually take place from what the people are saying. And to have this conversation in the studio with me, I'd first of all introduce the young man on my left, who happens to be known as Pastor Praise. Please say hello to our audience.
Yeah, hello everybody. Yeah, welcome.
Okay, and on the other side is Honorable Douglas Okafor.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me.
And of course, my co-host, who will do us the honor of introducing himself.
Thank you. All good things. God bless. I'm Sonny Chigoma.
Thank you very much. Okay, my name is Elegant, like I said before, and we'll be having this conversation, and everything that we're saying here today is based on personal opinion. We do not say that you should apply by it, but we're just airing our views based on what the people are saying out there. All right, my first question goes to you, Pastor Praise. Now, the elections has just been concluded, and it's happened that there has been lots of mixed feelings amongst the people. Some people are saying that the way the elections was conducted is going to affect the development of Nigeria in general, while others are saying that, well, there's a bit of light at the end of the tunnel. You understand? So I don't know, what do you say about the situation of the country?
Thank you. We need to understand that for Nigeria to work, everybody needs to be involved. And just like you say, a lot of people are not happy. Even it's more than 42 days now after the election.
Sure.
Some of the polling units, even INEC has not loaded, yet to load the result. People are not happy. And I think there's need for the president-elect and other state-elects in different positions to start preaching peace.
Okay.
So that everybody, for our nation and Nigeria to work, everybody needs both the president and every citizen of this country needs to be involved, needs to be part of it. So there's need to preach peace now, to unite people. These attacking people, and there's need to appease people's mind, preach peace, so that we need cooperation of everybody. So for it to really work.
Okay. Now, I'm going to ask this very simple question. A lot of people are saying that there's a possibility that the swearing in will not holding on to the fact that the way the elections was conducted is actually fraudulent. It's people believe that their mandates were stolen, and if Nigeria is a country where things works the way it's supposed to work, I think ordinarily by now that some people should be giving us some answers already. So based on that, the people of Nigeria are believing that the judicial system should be able to do something to actually change the face of the situation. What do you have to say about that, Honorable Douglas?
Well, my kind contribution on that effect is the just recent concluded election. I would say it's full of uncertainties and fraud. But nevertheless, all this thing is being mishandled, and should I say, INEC not capable enough to deliver their duties. Before the election, we were promised that every of the votes from each polling unit will be sent to the voter. But you saw what happened in the election. That like, for example, on the 25th of February, that was the last, that was the presidential election. And you could see that after the election, INEC could not tell us how many voters or how the votes were run in different states to the results identified by the voter.
Okay.
It was just calculated, or should I say imagined by them, and they quoted figures.
Yeah, because at a point, I think the people began to understand that some figures were being miscalculated.
Yes.
Different from what they posted on the platform.
Yes, like some states. You could say 2,079, and in other states, they say the same 2,079. So you see a lot of frauds, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of should I say, mismanagement of Nigerians' opinion. Because votes should be, okay, what I mean is, I am a Nigerian. My civil duty is to cast my vote and to make sure that my vote counts. Now, this election, our vote did not count. And the person that, or should I say, the person they later announced as the presidential event, from my own point, and for the one I have gone through based on the should I say, the results, the original results that was put through from so many states, has just told us that he did not win in those areas. So how then are we praying to practice a good democracy without us being selfless, without us being accountable to what we are doing? And what I mean is our day-to-day activities in terms of what has happened in the election and what happens after the election. Like today, so many litigations in that regard. Some people say that Senator Bola Tinubu must not be sworn in. Then some people are saying that the LP candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, won the election. Some people are equally saying that His Excellency Abubakar Atiku won the election. So a lot of confusions. So I'm just praying and I'm begging our legal judiciary to work assiduously, to look into the facts and figures, because Nigerians are dying because of mismanagement, both in our economy, both in our electoral process. We don't have faith again even in the judiciary. So they should try as much as they can to prove themselves this time.
Okay.
All right, sir. I think coming to that, there's need for us to come to terms to this reality that the president-elect is going to be sworn in. The only thing that can stop that is God. Any other possibility is courts or any other civil action in Nigeria populace. But as for is it going to be swearing in, I think come May 29th, I don't think...
With respect that he will be sworn in.
Yes, outside God, unless God, any other possibility which will take place then is court.
Okay, Pastor Sunday, I need you to help me out on this because you're my co-host here. Now, what do we expect from our judicial system? What are the strategies that we should naturally expect that they should be working towards at this moment to ensure that the people's faith are being restored?
Thank you. I think in Nigeria we have what they call Independent National Electoral Commission. Of course. But we witnessed on 25th February 2023 presidential and mass election that same commission lost their independence. Why? Because they could not deliver or conduct credible elections. Now every Nigerian are waiting for the judiciary. For us to fall back to the judiciary shows that the INEC led by Mahmoud Yakubu, they are completely incompetent. They failed the hope, the expectations of millions of Nigerians. They could not deliver what they promised. It was not understood by electoral law that for you to be declared president, after winning to turn across the nation, in Abuja, you must make sure before you declare any person
winner,
an elected president, that the same candidate of any party must have gotten not less than 25%. But from what they published, we witnessed that Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of PDP, got about 16%. Ahmed Tinubu of APC, presidential candidate, got about 20.
Okay.
And Mr. Peter Obi of LP got about 64. So from that critical analysis, Yakubu Mahmoud was not supposed to declare or to make any announcement considering what he did. So he disappointed the expectation of Nigerians. He violated the electoral law. He abused his offices. Because if going by the announcement we have now, I tell you many people will come out to the street to agitate. Because people, our hope was high, depending on the INEC that they will deliver. What is delivered? That they will protect our civic rights. We went out there under rain, under sun to cast our votes. Both young men and women, old men and women, people moved to the area where they will cast their votes. And I'm so much disappointed because in about 2 weeks before the election, INEC made a publication that there will be a monitoring camera on each of the polling units. I didn't witness that camera. INEC promised us that the election results will be transmitted from each of that polling units. That was a digital projection that would have saved Nigeria from crisis. But at the end of it, they turned it down.
Sure.
And they come to use analog. My question is, why investing that volume of money to conduct a failed election?
Now, my question is, you talked about the electoral law, you talked about, the electoral guideline and all of that. It's obvious that INEC, of course, failed its own law. Now, that law is there to guide the electoral process. And since it was not used, who is to be held accountable for that? And who is to make sure that the individual that perpetrated this act is being held accountable for what he has perpetrated?
That is why the judicial system, being the hope for the common man, plays in. I could remember all the promises that were made to before this election. And the volume of money that was given to the next chairman in order to make sure that the process was excellent. The situation by which is failed, and we all know that so it is a collapse eventually. I'm calling on the judiciary, so please look into that, because the process of which brought about the presidential elect based on the INEC stipulated constitution has failed.
Has failed.
So let us look into inwards. See, all the problems that Nigeria has been passing through since our independence to this day is leadership failure. And that is the more reason why we looked about those manifestos of those people that were coming to lead us. At the end of the day, we scrutinized all of them and we made choices out of all of them, feeling that the majority, which that after the election, after casting our votes, will come to be. But in the other way around, we are seeing that it's the minority they handpicked instead of the major opinion of the masses or the major opinion of we Nigerians.
Okay. Now, we say that Nigeria, of course, is the giant of Africa, as we all know. But looking at the situation right now, I don't even know whether we are, I don't know where we belong at the moment, but definitely, God being faithful, we're fine. Now, my question to that level is, we have talked about how INEC has failed us. We have talked about how our franchise was taken away from us, our rights and all that has, was taken away from us. But I want to bring us back to, our states, the 36 states of the nation. Do we actually have any state in this country that is working as it's supposed to work in terms of development, infrastructure, employment, and all, that we need to make a living for the common man easy? Is there actually any state in this country progressing as it should? From your personal opinion and observation.
I think in the third world country, and of course Nigeria is blessed with several human capital, natural resources. I think we can term Nigeria as most stable nation in the world. In the education system, personally, I'm disappointed. Because I think, generally, even in the agriculture, the medical, with the administration process, our leaders are not mindful of population growth. And when you are not mindful of people that are out to develop themselves, you will have nothing to offer to them because you don't know their needs.
If we can be able to achieve this, a lot of jobs will be created for that.
True.
I don't know if I get it. Now, he's telling you, apart from the agricultural sector of it, he's telling you about the oil deposit there at Osuka. That he's going to do everything humanly possible to make sure that he revamps the sector.
Okay.
Within a little time.
Alright, we're going to go on a
In all this, for a conclusion, in all this, when you listen to somebody's manifesto, watch very closely to what that person has achieved and bring that person on board, maybe as a local government chairman, maybe as a governor, maybe as a president. Believe you me, the person
Welcome to Skyblast TV weather forecast. This weather forecast is for 14th April 2023. The atmosphere over the north is expected to be dusty, with a few places expected to experience horizontal visibility of 2,000 meters or less. The north central down to the southern region is expected to be cloudy, with prospect of morning thunderstorms over parts of Cross River and Akwa Ibom states. By afternoon and evening hours, weather indices shows good prospect of thunderstorms over the southern region of the country, with same expected over the Federal Capital Territory, Kogi and Benin states. I will leave you with the air quality index. Thanks for watching. My name is Minnie N.